that suffering is a choice.
I think I enjoy it.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us that.
Well, I was getting a kick out of it today. I was
Yeah.
like,
when I
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I was like really into it.
When I said, what did I say?
I don't remember.
No, sure you did.
You said she was bossy.
Oh, bossy. Oh, and that she gets pouty when her bossiness doesn't work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And what you felt like you felt like you got a rise out of that?
Yeah.
I don't.
I got like.
Or payoff, emotional payoff.
Yeah, it was just fun.
Yeah. I saw also that your like anger was a way of being bossy too, obviously.
Yeah.
Like to create discomfort in others and like own the space in a way, and it was. I didn't feel it was wrong. I was just like, well, it's interesting. Like. What did you feel your payoff was like?
I think it's an attention thing.
An intention thing?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Like, I get to, like, milk things for myself.
Oh, like personalized life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's about you, and you get extra attention as a result.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cool. I can understand why you'd do that. Yeah. So, yeah. It's like, and then in that sense, there's no choice. You just do it. And I suppose you just go with it. But then, like, when there's more awareness, it becomes like a joke. And especially when you have people around you that don't necessarily take it seriously, or you seriously, or your story seriously, it becomes like, yeah, there's less of a I don't know if there's less of a payoff. I suppose there's more of a payoff because you don't
Yeah, I think there's
you don't buy into it in a false way anymore. So
Yeah.
there's more freedom, and I suppose then you get to be. Well, you have a choice, a conscious choice to play into it, and then when you inform us of that, then we have a conscious choice. Oh, shall we push a button now? Shall we? I don't always see you get a rise like that. I mean, that was a very unique situation today.
Yeah, it was.
Because I just came up for like 2 minutes and I had no plan to say all that, and I just said it. And I was like, oops, I just brought up one of the huge issues for her. I'll just leave now.
Yeah, it doesn't usually happen, but it was really it was fun. I don't know why.
Yeah. When did you soften after I left?
It took a bit, but
Oh,
yeah.
did it? Okay, I didn't know it would take.
15 minutes?
Oh, 15. That's pretty good. If you're down to 15, 20 minutes, you're doing really well. See, next time Samani goes for his little payoff, like his suffocation payoff, let's see if he can get it under 15 minutes. I'd be impressed then. Like, in a way, if you've made identifications with your suffering with people in your family, and like say your sister, and she goes for a whole day sometimes in that, or weeks, or sometimes in that energy. If you have identification with people, or not even just theoretical identification, but actual energetic or psychic identification with people that suffer a lot, and you move with their in identification with their suffering.
How do I not do that?
Well, I mean, you first of all don't establish long-term bonds with those people on deep levels that surpass, like, understanding and are on psychic planes and are deeply karmic in nature. So of course you become more conscious. You become more conscious, or it's like and it doesn't, like, you can't just push somebody away in order to disconnect that connection. You may spend more time with the person when you're free of that connection, in that sense, like when you don't have those false psychic bonds, but you may never see them again. It's just like, you start to decode your stories. Like you decode your stories like through whatever, through, you know. I mean, of course, like there's grace. There's grace. Like sometimes like awakening just happens. Like greater depth happens, greater awareness, less suffering. But sometimes like you work on yourself sometimes too. And sometimes you just accept and you don't try to change yourself, and that's sort of there's like just a deepening of your relating to the so-called problem. Your perspective change. Sometimes you just choose to suffer more and just let it go. Just like when you feel good. It's like when you suffer, you're ready to do anything to be free, right? And then when you feel good, you don't care so much. You feel good, like who cares? But mostly when you feel good, also you have more energy. First, one thing, you have more energy, right? And when you have more energy and you start to use it for like conscious process or some like conscious group work or something that can really unravel like some of the, shall we say, the karmic bonds that we created or came in with. When you have that extra energy and you use it, invest in that, you can do something. But when you're sitting, like say you're starving here, like you, or say you're starving in Africa and you're a little kid and you have no money and just a really poor family, it's hard to like fix famine. But when you're like when you're president of America, you have a little more energy and you have like more resources. So mostly within us, we go through all cycles of energy. Like in one day you will hit highs and you will hit lows. So when you have more energy, like say you invested in a project that is very true for you and it brings everything into alignment, that's helpful, right? Like say you create very high intention from your highest aspect that has very blissful intention and blissful resources, and if it starts to put all the parts within you in order and you move in the world with singular intention in that sense, then you bring the whole of you into order. And you also have fun doing something, and in this sense, then you come together in a sense, and you come together as a unity, like all the different parts of yourself come together for a high intended, like a high value of intention is there, and it brings things into order, or it brings you to a point where you can start to get things in order. And because some people are pretty having a hard, like a lot to deal with, a lot of karma to deal with, and sometimes they just need to get to the point where they can start to work on themselves. Some people can just start to work on themselves consciously right away, and some people just hear truth right away and just wake up, or they just wake up without even hearing anything. So sometimes this has to do like karmic. Some things are karmic in a sense, and it's not like a belief. It's just like people have different emotional, psychological, spiritual levels or makeups. There's so many different forms of inner reality in a sense, and so in a sense, if you have high intention and a little bit good guidance, you can have like an easy time. But for some people, they don't need anything like that. They just need like nothing sometimes. Sometimes people need nothing. Like if, say, somebody had in past life really high intention and they already sorted everything out, they can just like go to university and get their degree, and the moment they get their diploma, they become fully enlightened. Like, it can be very different for anybody. And you cannot even know for yourself what type you have, really. Unless sometimes you can get a sense of it. Like sometimes you can read into your soul in moments of like depth, and then you can have a like sometimes if you're meditating or you're just laying or being in deeper parts of your soul, you can get like a glimpse your soul map within yourself, and then like sometimes it's very helpful to understand yourself like that. So if you get a glimpse like that, and then sometimes people that have that ability to see that, they'll like reflect something for you. Deep is just deep. It has no context. You might be all dressed all in white, like dancing with Hare Krishnas, but it just has nothing to do with context. Whereas like spacing out in spiritual spaces often comes with the paraphernalia of how it looks and how it sounds, and the image of it, and the lifestyle.
It's like a scene.
Yeah. It's like a. It's more like the interpretation of the mind of something that's not of the mind. Like it's. Like it would be like if I thought about innocence, and I was like, when I say innocence, I'll just be in awe of everything. And so I'll walk around going, wow, wow. And, well, for me, it would probably work. I'd be like, whoa, hold on.
I'm in
whoa,
chair.
what am I doing again?
Look, it's brown.
Wow. Everything's alive. And it doesn't mean I'm actually deeper. It just means I'm acting pretty deep, and I'm having this sort of fun with it. But deeper might just be like, so did you check your stocks today? How is your investment going? Like, it might not. It might look just like that. Like, you might just go to work and you might just walk out the door, shovel the snow, go to work, say hi to the boss, kiss his ass, and have lunch with your friend and come home. Whereas the trap I was referring to, it could get very new agey, and it would meet at the right cafe, and they would sit and look into each other's eyes and dissolve and feel going deeper, and discuss going on vacation to Thailand to do tantra groups and meet for yoga after work, and it's not necessarily bad. It's just misidentification of something that has nothing to do with that. That it has nothing to do with that. And it's like there's shall we say, like spiritual communities throughout the planet, like at this time, that are very activated, and we're all activated, and we're going to higher levels, and it's a lot of spiritual imagination. Like any group collective has these sort of collective experiences that reinforce what they're believing in, and in a way, all belief in that sense is quite like a trap in that sense. Disha's getting pouty.
She's having fun with it.
She was like, I can't seem to boss anybody around right now. This is just annoying. They're not even subconsciously being bossed around. What?
This is what I was like as a baby. Mommy, come feed me.
Oh.